Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to do it's Marlena Pylant, her msscrapbusters, and it has to do with guest checks. Okay, so here in South Africa I haven't seen guest checks anywhere, so for me they are hard to come by. So what I did is that I actually designed this guest check, and it is on my Ko-fi store as a freebie. So if you want this guest check, then you can go ahead to my to my Facebook group, which I'll link down below, and then from there you can access the Ko-fi store for this freebie. Okay, so what did I do with it? Okay, so what Marlena did with it was that she sprayed it, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember if she sprayed or she used like oxides, you know, by the smooshing method, which I'm going to do just now. And she used 2 guest checks. Okay, and then she after she what's this word, sprayed it or you know, whatever she had to do with it, then she kind of put the guest checks together back to back like that and glued it to make a pocket. But I did not want to do that. I changed it up a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, where instead of using another guest check at the back, okay, what I did was that I made a pocket. I added a coffee dyed or coffee stained paper at the back so that I can write on it and journal on it as well. Also, you can, if you want to put your guest check down as a pocket and glue it, then there's no need to waste the guest check on this side as well. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. If I was putting this down as a pocket, I probably would have backed it with a book page at the back. Okay, and then obviously it is a pocket, so you can have ephemera going into it. Let's see if I have anything here at the moment. Not really. There we go. Things dropping off my table here. But yeah, there's something quickly. If I can get it out, if it allows me to get it out. Okay, there you go. Maybe a tag in there or something like that. Okay, but this is too wide. So something like that you can put in there. Maybe a piece of folded paper. The possibilities are endless. So let's get ahead. Let's get cracking. I'm going to do one with you. And then after that, I am going to take out the prepared ones to do with you as well. Okay, so I thought I'd make this in brown. So I've got a vintage photo in distress oxide, and then I've got walnut stain, and maybe I'm going to use some tea dye as well. So let's see how this goes. Maybe I must use tea dye and vintage photo. I don't know. Let's see. So just gonna smoosh here like that, and then I'm going to add some. Don't add a lot. I printed this on inkjet printer, so I must be careful, to say the least, how much I add to it. And I'm just gonna get another guest check to be able to mop up that. Yeah, so I hope you are all well and that you are enjoying the week. I know that the week just started. So if I was using different colors, I probably would have dried in between, but I'm using colors from the same color range, so I am not going to dry. I think I'm going to use some, that looks horrible. You're going to use some tea dye, okay, because it's lighter. And just add a little bit more water. Yeah, so just be careful if you are using this method and you are have printed on an inkjet printer, but I mean, if you're using store-bought guest checks or ready-made ones, then you don't really have to bother about it, because they shouldn't run color. They should be laser printed, professionally laser printed. So I just want to do that because that looks ugly. And dry one. Right, so I'm going to leave this aside for now, and at the end of it we'll try to decorate it, but if it doesn't dry, then I'm going to put my dryer on it. And that's basically what it's about. Let me just add it here and here on the side so that we can work here. Now I'm going to take my walnut stain. You know I'm a huge fan of walnut stain. I don't know, I just like it over vintage photo. But not that I don't use vintage photo. So I'll show you what I did with these ones. So these ones here, I use sprays on it. So I did that with the spray, and those are homemade sprays and made from I think it's food dye, if I'm not mistaken. And then what I did is that I had some distress ink on it, and if you look, when I sprayed it, the little bits of the distress ink came onto it as well. So we've got like, we've got a little bit of a you know, like that oxidization taking place. This one I used distress ink, and I think some oxide, fossilized amber, carved pumpkin, or wild honey, and I think vintage photo, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'll show you as I go along. How's that? So I thought, let's do this together. Right, so all you're going to do here is you're going to ink it up here. You can see that my cutting is not fantastic, and you'll need some sort of a circle punch. Gosh, I'm struggling with my words today. Yeah, so there we go, thingy, and this is going to be the back. So I'm using, I think, 130 GSM over here for the back, just because I wanted it a little bit more sturdy. Okay, and then I am going to add a little notch over there on the guest check. And I'm using a 2-inch circle punch. You can use a smaller one as well. It doesn't really matter. Trying to line it up here. I'm just going to take out a really small piece. Okay. And that's that one there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this like here. Okay, let's turn it around like here. Okay, so I got my inked edges on the other side. I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna put my finger here so I have some idea where I am going to color it in, so that the notch, you know, we colored in that notch of that part where the notch is going to show, like that. Okay, so that's basically it. I am trying a new glue out, wet glue, so please give me grace if you know, the consistency of my other glue and how it should come out, you know, like at what consistency it should be to come out of the nozzle. But this one I don't. So what I did over here now is where the notch is, I did not apply glue, but I applied glue on the other 3 sides for it to be a pocket. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to try, you know, okay, to match it up. To match it up like that. Okay, as best as I can match it up without causing too much of an issue. Yeah, so that's fine. So I'm kind of like that. And I'm making a merry mess, but that's okay. Let's go in with the dry one. I mean the wet one. Okay, so now maybe let's put this down here. We have it. Why not use it? And so that is that one there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry all. I mean, I'm going to do that to all. And then I am going to decorate it. How's that? Okay, so that's that one there. And then once again, this thing here, I need to sort it out because I continuously lose it. If you on my channel, you know that. So yeah, so I know that Marlena got another video out, and it's very similar to what I need to do for Roxy's weekly challenge, or what I did for Roxy's weekly challenge as well, except for the end product. The end product is different. So I still need to do that video. They still trying to catch up with these videos. Oh, my nerves. There's just so many of them. Sorry, that's quite annoying. Okay, so once again, just a notch here, like that, and then like that. Okay, and then we are going to glue them all together like that. Okay, so I can feel some resistance because sometimes you need the watered down version in here, and this is not the watered down version. Okay, so there's the part oh, guess what I forgot to do? I'm gonna just do that like that there. Okay, because this one I didn't ink the notch, and that's wrong. So before I glue it down fully, just gonna ink the notch here. Just going to ink that notch there. Right, that's better. Okay, so don't know why. I think this paper has warped a bit because of the, you know, the fact that we had to dry it and things like that. So they're not sitting perfectly straight on the backing. Yeah, so that looks okay, but we can actually take out some edges. Yeah, so can you see there? Can you see? Yeah, it's warped a bit. Okay, so that's that one there. And let's do this one quickly. Here. And this here quickly. So they're quite easy, as you can see, hey? Nothing difficult about them. In fact, they'll make a nice mask make. You know what? I'm going to, as long as I got that part inked, I mean, yeah, distressed, and this here, I think I'm going to leave the inking for later. How's that? How does that sound to you? Yeah, okay, there we go. Like that. And then maybe I need to ink this here because it is much sturdier. Glue it. This is much sturdier. Okay. Instead of the guess check. How's that? Let's try that method there. So like that. Yeah, I think that works out better. I think that works out much better. Yeah, okay. I'm wondering how many of you must have been telling me, Santhony, why don't you do that? Why didn't you think of doing that? Because sometimes these bright ideas come to you after you've done some struggling. Right? So you got to feel the pain in order to think, oh, how can I do it a bit differently? So that's it. So now let's do this one here as well. Ink it here, and then let's do that. Yep, yeah. So I made this for South Africans and anyone else that uses VAT. So when you go to the Ko-fi site, you're going to see one, I think it will say VAT, and then you will see one that says tax on it. So for if your country uses tax, then you print out the tax one. If your country uses VAT, then you can print out the VAT one. Like in South Africa, we don't call it tax anymore. We used to. We used to call it GST. I remember at one say, okay. But we changed to VAT, value added tax, a while ago now. Yeah. Okay, so that's that now. You see what I did? I did an ink here. Busy talking, and I didn't ink there. So that's done now. That was not nice, I must admit, because this paper, I should have printed the guest checks. If I think about it retrospectively, I should have printed it on something far more substantial, thicker. Yeah, anyway, it's done now, so let us do that. Okay, so let us just pull out some paper like this. Yeah. And I'm coming to love putting book pages as bases. So I'm going to do that, and then maybe this somewhere there. And I want maybe that there. And this one here at the bottom. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, in my eyes, perfect. And then just let me do this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I could have inked these before, but I'm struggling to find time to prepare everything for videos. I don't know. It just seems that time is not my friend these days. I'm struggling. I really am struggling for time. So pardon me, trying to do it as fast as I can. In the meantime, so I'm busy watching, I don't know if you know, Patricia Viramontes. Yeah, Patricia Viramontes, and I am so enjoying her videos of her book page, you know, pockets and stuff like that. So I'm going back. I mean, I watched it years ago. Oopsie, sorry. Being a quite what's the word today? Quite a I can't get the word now. I can't get the word. I can't get the word. And these images are from Graphics Fairy, if anybody wanted to know. Yes, I do have a few books that I can cut up and use images, but I feel so sad. I don't know, I feel so sad that I'm cutting that book apart. So yeah, I bought them, right? I need to let go. I need to let go. and understand why I bought them in the first place. So I must tell you this, right? In South Africa, Edith Holden books are but a dream to find. You know, I don't know of many people finding any Edith Holden books. So anyway, there you go. That's the one. The other day, okay, I mean, maybe a good, at the beginning of the year, I remember now. Sorry, I'm just looking for some book pages. I forgot to take them out. So please bear with me. Yeah, so the other day I went, as I mentioned at the beginning of the year it was, I went to the shop to get textbooks for my son. And I spied this A5. It's like an A5, yeah, like an A5 version of this Edith Holden, the what's it, Country Diary of an Edwardian Woman. Okay, and I grabbed it. I didn't really even bother to check the price or anything. I just grabbed it. So I went to the teller, and I asked her, do you have any more of these? Do you have like any more of copies of this? So she says, no, that's one of the books I don't really get often and things like that. Then I was trying to tell her, you know, if someone in the junk journal world had to pick up a book like this, how big a find they would consider it and things like that. And then she, you could see she was a lover of books, the way she spoke and stuff like that. And then I said to her, no, like I spoke to her about these books and stuff like that, and you know, what it meant to me to actually find this book and things like that, right? And then I said to her, I'm gonna cut up this book and use it now, right? I'm gonna cut up this book and use it for my junk journals. Ladies, you should have seen that the horrified look on that lady's face. It was like, what? You're going to cut up this book that you just spoke about, you know, how hard it is to find, blah, 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 blah. And now you're just going to purchase it to cut it up? Like, you know, you should just rather leave it for someone more deserving to come and take it. But she didn't tell me that. But that was the look, like that horrified look that I got. So anyway, I looked at her and I said, no. On second thoughts, I think since this is my only copy, I'm not going to cut into it. I'm going to preserve it and I am going to take good care of it or whatever. And she was, oh, okay, I see, like, right? And up to this date, I can't bring myself to cut into that book because every time I think about it, I just picture that lady's face. And it's like, oh my God, if she only knows what I'm doing with this book, she's going to be horrified. And, you know, I tried to reason to myself, what's the use having a book if you can't cut into it and you can't enjoy it? It's just lying on your shelf over there. You know, it's just so not worth it. I did it again. I did this again. Ladies, I am so sorry. Why do I not pick that up earlier? That I shouldn't be having that light shining on me. Just give me a second. Yeah. There we go. Hopefully that is better now. Yeah. And just the look on her face was just too much for me. Too much for my little heart. And I was like, no, man. No. Don't worry. Thinking to myself, y'all. So that's the story on that one. Yeah, so I think maybe on this I'd like to do something like that. Okay, so let's do that. So we've got quite a few going on here. Just worried about that notch. Don't want to put it too close to that notch. They came out really cute. I like them. I really do like them. I'm going to have to trim them down a bit because I think they are a bit too wide. I can feel that glue is puckering up here on the side. I think it's a bit thick to have there. Like that. Uh-oh. Is that even straight? What's the use having a guest track if you're covering everything up? Some people may ask. I can't answer that question. It's just the way we work, isn't that so? We work like that. Okay, so there's the other one. So I've got two now. Let's do this one. This is smaller. So that one was a bit smaller initially. So that was my first print on it. You get me, hey? So my test print on it. And then I realized it was too small. Just finding some pages. Now this here is a bedding fields. Can't get the name. The countryside one. And this one I was like, I'm cutting into this book. I'm cutting into it. But I've only taken out the pages that had no images to them. Yeah, so they have no images. Just seeing how I want to put this. I know that I want that there. Like that. Oh, my light is acting up. Should I have that somewhere there? There. And this maybe here. Okay, cool. I like that. Like that. I think my one light is a bit too far away. I think this weekend I need to go and get, you'll not believe it if I tell you this. And so I bought this one light at our local China mall. And I bought two other lights at a more, you know, like a chain store kind of a thing. Yeah, well, you know, for lack of a better word. And trust me, both those lights died on me. And this one here, this one from the local China mall, which they always say, oh, it's not such good, you know, okay, not they always say, some people say, you're not going to get the best quality and stuff like that. Okay, and guess what? It's lasting me longer than the others. Yeah, and they were pretty expensive. So I think I was so disappointed that those, you know, those more expensive ones gave up, that I just didn't want to go and buy another light. But now I think it is necessary. It is necessary to get another one, because I don't plan on not doing YouTube videos. I know I put it on that side before, okay, but I'm thinking I'm gonna put it on this side, because all my flowers are to the left, none of them are to the right. So I'm thinking maybe we can try it on the right. It doesn't hurt to try, right? So I think this is gonna do one more, because now it's just like a mass make here, if you think about it. There. Should have kept it to the other side. simply because, where's my ticket? It's going to cover my pretty flower that I have here. But it is what it is, and it's done as it is. So let's move forward, hey? So I love this. I think they are coming out. I think these guest checks are really pretty. What do you think? I reset my desk on Saturday. So I feel that like some of the lights are too far away from me. I need to bring them in. So I apologize if the quality of this video is not excellent. Because I do need to bring them in. How pretty. How pretty. So maybe I want to open this up a little bit more and bring this down a little bit more, because I want to see the word guest check. Yeah. How's that? Yeah, that's great. And then let's do our last one here today. So we've got some dirt on the table, which we need to remove. Those are still scraps that I can use, so I won't throw those away, but these I'm sure will be much relieved to go. I'm going to use the same one here, and I'm going to add this. Yeah, this, you know, I can safely say this is inspired by using all these book pages. Is really inspired by Patricia Miramontes, and I know that when I watch Tati Treasure videos, you know, there's a lot over there as well. Why for the life of me can I not get the lady's name of Tati Treasures? I can't. I don't mean any disrespect, but I just, it's just like, just eludes me. I don't know. Maybe the reason it eludes me is because I really like that name. I really like the YouTube channel name, Tati Treasures. And maybe, you know, that's just sufficient for me. I think it's an awesome name, Tati Treasures. Don't know, it has a nice ring to it. Yeah. And it's sad because I should be giving the person credit by their name. Well, I'm not. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put that there. This one is not glued properly. There. And then I thought adding that there, and then adding this here. So you can see I'm kind of sticking with the same kind of type of or like orientation or ephemera pieces, not really looking to be too different in each one of them. And the reason why I did that is because I'd like to use them, for example, in a floral journal, and I'd like them to match, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I'd probably go in, and the only thing I might add, and that too I don't know, I'll have to see, is like maybe a little quote or something like that, but I'm not sure. I will have to see. So you'll see me always placing the flower first and then everything else around it, and if I have to pick up the flower, that's okay too, because I just want to get, I want to know where I want to put stuff. So if you look at it, I don't really place it down fully. It's there, and when I'm ready or when I'm happy with how the layout looks, then I will press the flower down there. Okay, so I'm happy here now. I wanted to get that one in, and then I just want to add this one now. I can feel this glue is bunching up now. There. Done. Okay, So I think I'm not going to bore you with the other one, you know, the one we started off with. I don't think I'm going to show you how to do that, but let me show you how it came out so you have some idea of how that thing dried naturally. Just getting the pin here. Right, great stuff. And that, yeah, that basically concludes it. I'll put some final pictures on where I've actually what's the word I'm looking for? I've inked them all up or distressed them all. I'll put some final pictures on the video, but that's it. Let's look at what we've done over here now. Okay. So that's the one I made off camera. See, so I actually put something over there. And then, which I probably might do with these when I want to use it. There's the pink one. And then there's the yellowy, creamy, greeny one. The blue one. The lilac one. And then these guest checks over here that are drying. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that one. Love it, love it, love it. I will complete it. Yeah, and then add it to my stash. So, which one is my favorite? It's hard to pick, but I really like the blue one, and I like the creamy one. I must be honest. I like these two here. I feel that I might want to put something over here this year. I feel like something's missing. Maybe I'll put a butterfly on that one there. And yeah, that's it. This one I mean, when I did this, I realized, oh, the flower is way too small. Let's get bigger flowers. And that's why that happened there. Great. I hope you enjoyed it, and please take care. Lots of love from me, Anthony at Sunny Creates, and I will see you shortly. But in the meantime, have a blessed week ahead. Bye-bye.